Welcome to another edition of Dizzarian Plays MMOs. Today I'm in Final Fantasy XIV, and I'm on my level 26 Arcanist, or Summoner, or however we want to say that they are. And we're going to pick up and do the next step in the main scenario quest. I'm going to be focusing mainly on the main storyline with this series. I don't know if I'm going to stick with Arcanist, but we are going to keep with this character, this Dizzarian disaster, and we're going to just go through the storyline. I say that I might switch because at level 30 I'll need the subclass and I might change it up then, so we'll just see how that goes. But let's talk to Buskarion at the ale house and see what he has to say. Say, friend, there's something I'd like to ask you to see delivered to the Sylphs of Little Solace. This Azima rose oil. It's a gift to celebrate the safe return of their tribe's leader and the token of Gridania's desire to unite. The wood is not what it once was. The calamity changed the elements, weakened them. Until the strength is returned, we must lend them our keep of the wood safe. But ours alone will not be enough. We must have the strength of the Sylphs as well. Only by working together and fighting together will we survive together, and the 12 woods with us. The gift I ask you to bear is a symbol of hope, and both Gridania and Sylph alike will live to see the light beyond this darkness. So, in the previous episode, we went into the Thousand Maws of Toto Rock, and we saved the Elder for the Sylphs, who are little flying creatures that live here in the woods. And that was a side quest that I was just turning in. So I'm going to jump on my chocobo because I know the Sylphs are off to the side usually. Oh, I'm over here, and they're actually saying that it's in East Stroud. So we need to go to the Hawthorne Hut and then to the side. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so I've landed here, and we're going to go off and find them. I'll go ahead and show this since it's been a while. If you're joining in new to the series, which you don't need to, you don't need to watch all of this series that's been going on for a year and a half. Like, I'm just picking it back up, so we're just going to join in. It doesn't really matter. It's all interesting. Final Fantasy XIV is a great game. Let's talk to Nolixia. A gift. Yes, here we go. Hand it over. Such a lovely scent. This one has never smelled anything like this before. Walking Ones, Baskaroon, and the Adventuring One are very kind. Know that this one is deeply grateful. Many Walking Ones are scary. Many Walking Ones utter many lies and much deception. But this one is moved. Let all of these ones be friends forever. That's good. Awesome. So next it is Believe in Your Sylph. You can always see up here, it's going to show you the main storyline. And we can see it's just right over here in the distance, and it's the one with the jagged flame-looking quest thing. So we're going to do that. Kumuxio wants you to discuss peace with Frixio. Oh, cutscene. This one has been expecting Walking One. This one fetches Elder One. Okay. This one. Here she comes. This is the one we saved. This one is pleased to see Walking One again. Welcome home of these ones. Oh, that's our other friends. Ah, there you are, Dizzarian. We have just been hearing tell of your deeds of the daring do. Well done. Ah, the Walking Ones who aided Eorzea. This one is grateful. And she giggles. A pleasure to have been of your service. If you don't mind us asking, how did your misadventure come about? This one does not mind. The misadventures, as a Walking One calls them, of this one began when the Imperial Ones entered the woods. Fearing trouble, these ones decided to watch Imperial Ones closely. But these ones watched too closely, and Imperial Ones noticed and tried to catch these ones. Having nowhere else to hide, this one fled into Toto Rock. Would that this one had not. To Toto Rock, a sinister one robbed and robed in black tried to feed this one to a many-legged one. Too close on the mic there. A sinister one robed in black. Why do I have a feeling I should be more worried about that than I am? Lots of nodding. Elder Frixio, we come to you as emissaries of the nation of Gridania. This missive bears the words of Elder Seedseer. This one sees. So walking ones of Gridania are fearful of Lord Ramuh. Plainly put, yes. Your people summoned the Lord of Leven but once, yet that single occurrence occasioned great alarm. But it's not as if Gridanians dislike you or anything. Actually, it's just the opposite. They think of you as friends, and they don't want anything to get in the way of that. That's why the Elder Seeseer wrote to you. This one well knows the respects horned one Canasina. Be assured, like walking ones of Gridania, these ones have no desire for conflict. These ones reported to the summoning of Lord Ramuh to protect the woods from Imperial ones. This one counseled against doing so, but was not heeded. Against the one's wishes, Lord Ramuh was summoned, and all those ones who took part became touched ones. Touched ones, okay. And we're going to get a... Ooh, that's kind of cool. Do a print screen on that, because that's pretty awesome. These ones wanted so desperately to turn touched ones back to normal ones, but did not know how, and still do not know. Touched ones, meanwhile, wanted to turn these ones into touched ones, and did not know how. Man, that's just too much touching. So this one fled to Little Solace, while all those ones who did not wish to be bound to Lord Ramuh. But walking ones of Gridania need not fear touched ones or Lord Ramuh. Unlike other primal ones, Lord Ramuh is not callous and cruel. Is this Lord Ramuh? So long as walking ones do not trespass on these ones' ancestral homelands, where touched ones reside, walking ones will not suffer their thunderous judgment. Seems fair enough. But this one has spoken enough of touched ones. I hope so. This one would speak instead of these ones. As this one said, these ones desire peace with walking ones of Gridania, and so these ones ask for a chance to set things right. Papa Limo. By way of addendum, mortals who are tempered come to take on the qualities embodied by the primal in question. In the case of Sylphs, Ramuh's influence has made them fiercely protective of their homeland. And Yida. That explains why they're so hostile toward trespassers. But what about the abductions? Papalimo. A fine question, Yida. The abductions are, I believe, an expression of the tempered Sylph's desire for reconciliation, another quality traditionally associated with Ramuh. In the cruelest manner imaginable, they seek to bring their fellows back into the fold, a timely reminder that the challenges posed by each primal are unique. Elder Frixio, we thank you for making your will known to us. The people of Gridania will rest easier in the knowledge that they and the Sylphs are united in their desire for peace. Wishing to cooperate, this one has written down the feelings of these ones. Please see these feelings are conveyed to honored one, Canasina. He's going to nod, watch it. And with that, I believe we can lay matter of Ramuh to rest. The Sylph's elders very reasonably, I must say. You could learn a lot from him. Papolino. Was that a jib? If so, I feel it only fair to observe that one of us would recognize reasons if it punched her in the nose. Did I say fair? I meant reasonable. Anyway, we're going to head back to the Walking Sands to tell Menethia all about it. Fear not, we will be sure to mention the instrumental part you played in all of this. And while we see to that, we should appreciate it if you would deliver Frixmio's missive to the Adder's Nest. Elder Frixio, we humbly thank you for your time. It has been an honor. The honor is this one's. Together, let the walking ones of Gridania and these ones find a way to live in peace. Okay. Please wait, walking one. This one has yet to give walking one's token of one appreciation. Ooh, another crystal. When these ones summoned Lord Ramuh, these ones were grifted this crystal. This one would now bestow the crystal upon the walking one as a symbol of these ones' trust. Okay. We're going to have another flash. So it's the third crystal. Yes, this one was not mistaken about the walking one. Walking one is destined to walk the fate far crueler than this one can imagine. A brilliant light from within, walking one enveloped the crystal this one saw. Mark this one well. That crystal will one day be of use to walking one. Walking one must keep the crystal safe at all times. Be glad when the Sylphs are over. I don't like talking like that. Before walking one returns to Gridania, this one would ask walking one to watch touched ones. So long as touched ones are not troubled, touched ones will not make trouble. If walking ones witness touched ones making no trouble, mayhap walking one can testify to walking one's Gridania that these ones mean no harm. This one's homeland is fraught with danger. This one marks down safe places to look out for touched ones. Alright, so stand at the lookout of east of Little Solus. Which is, east, huh? Where? East? North, south, east? Oh, right over here. Okay. I knew I could figure it out. And we're going to look out for the touched ones. I do love the environment here. It's really cool looking. So it's right here. So get off our horse. Horse. Or chocobo. How dare I say that? So I guess we just do a look out. Ooh. These must be touched ones. They're purple. There are tempered sylphs in the distance. You do not sense that they pose any danger if left alone. Okay, so get back on my chocobo. Warsaw Hodox. Wait, where's he at? Map. Oh, we have to go to New Gridania. That's fine. And we'll actually just use our return. No, we won't, because that goes to Olda Stepsnod, not to New Gridania. We will go here. And New Gridania. And I think we have to go to... Oh yeah, I can't get on my mount here. We have to go over to the Adder's Nest, which is this building right over here. Here we are. To the Captain, Serpent Commander. Private Disaster. How went the meeting with the Sylphs? A missive from the Sylph Elder himself. Himself? I thought that was a woman. Are you kidding me? If I may. So the Sylphs have no desire for conflict, nor do they intend to summon Ramuh. And so long as we leave the Tempered Ones be, we may not fear any aggression on their part. The Elder Seed Seer will be overjoyed to hear that the Sylphs have welcomed our overtures, and in knowledge that they bear to us no ill will, we may channel our resources toward tackling the more conspicuous threats to our security. You have done our nation a great service. It will not be forgotten. Okay. And he contains the next quest. Let's see where we're at on time here. Oh, yeah, we got plenty of time. Let's go ahead and start this up. Level 24, Back from the Wood. The Sylphic folk have long been friends to Gridania. The mere thought of being at war with them pained the Elder Seer to no end. But owing your efforts, she will be able to rest easier. He said he earlier. Jeez. Being the benevolent soul that she is, my lady will surely try to find a way to reverse the tempering process. Oh, maybe he means Gridania's leader. I don't know. Once again, I thank you. Had the scions of the Seventh Dawn not offered to mediate between our people's suspicions and doubts may well have led us into needless conflict. Pray pass on my regards to Lady Minifila. It's Minifila. Hello, Dizzarian. Can you hear me? It is I, Filia. Yida and Papalimo returned some a little while ago, and they wasted no time in regaling me with the tale of your exploits. Thanks in large part to you, the name of one primal may be struck from our list of enemies, and Gridanians may turn their attention to more pressing matters. Well done. Yet at the end of one tale is but the start of another. Pray return to the waking sands at your earliest convenience. I would appraise you of present situation in person. Okay. So we're going to go back to the Waking Sands, which is way in another zone. Man, I had to sneeze. Okay. So yeah, we go to Horizon, which is... I forget where. But anyway, we're going to go to Horizon. There's a ticket for that. And go to the Waking Sands. Alright, so I've made it to Vesper Bay here, and going to go into the Waking Sands. Enter the Solar. Alright, and there she is, Minfilia. Your mission is to make contact with the Sylphs with the ultimate goal of finding a peaceful resolution to treat to the threat posed by Ramuh. But be fairly warned, the Sylphs are unique people to say the least, and you may find yourself bewildered by the customs at first. Yet know that Yida and Papalimo will be on hand to support. We've already done all of this. Yeah, why did we... this is not what I wanted. We're already done that. So I need to find them, which they're somewhere else in here. Maybe they're over here on the side. What? Oh, I gotta speak with Toturi, which is the secretary up front. Yeah, up here at the beginning. Here's Toturi. Well, if it is my favorite adventure, welcome back, Dizzarian. Lady Minfilia waits for you within the Solar. Please enter at your leisure. Okay. So we did that in the wrong order. Maybe now she'll say the right thing. There we go. I am given to understand that the matter of Ramuh was finally been resolved. I fear resolve bespeaks a permanence we cannot rightly claim, yet I am well satisfied that Lord Levin will not trouble us in the foreseeable future. Your satisfaction is assurance enough for me. How fares the investigation? Well enough. Thancred is sparing no effort. There are many and one just as suspected. Their purpose, however, eludes us. I see. I have been meaning to ask, but is Eorzea quite well? I feel I have scarcely seen her in recent days. Oh, you haven't? Or nor have I. Alas, Eorzea has chosen to walk her own path, stubborn girl, but you may be assured that our destination remains the same. And on that note, I take my leave of you. I trust Baldasson's report will serve you well. I take it we can proceed as discussed? Why do you ask? You scared need my permission to act? What a jerk. Okay. It's good to see you again, Dizzarian. I have been looking forward to congratulating you on your triumph in the Twelve's Woods. Owing to your effort, conflict has been averted. Truly, you have done the Scions proud. Scions. With that, we can strike Ramuh from the list. Yay, so who's next? The Schengen and Leviathan? The Lord of War has not answered his minions' call of late, nor is he expected to do so in the near future. While the Schengen remains as aggressive as ever, they lack the quantity of crystals required to call forth their gods. As with the Sylphs, we can leave them to their own devices for the time, at least. Oh, right. They were worried about all of the wild creatures summoning up forth their gods. For a time bears repeating. We can ill afford to fall complacent. It is, as Ysolta says, unless we know the minds of the beast tribes, we cannot predict with any certainty when next a primal will return to plague the land. This being the case, we must proceed with as much haste as prudence allows. Any word on the Titan? Ysolta. The maelstrom keeps kobolds under constant observation. We shall hear from the air long. You may depend on it. Indeed. So then, of all the known rivals that have been active in recent times, we are left with... Gridania. Wait. Garuda. Who is the primal of Ixal who lives near Gridania? Yes, that's what I meant. Just a little confused, isn't she? So many moms to cover. Would that there were a more efficient way to conduct our surveys. Where he is still with us, we should not long have wanted for a more practical solution. He? Who's he? She's not wrong there, Sigh. That's Biggs here. Where in the world are you, Chief? But one sure step at a time. Henceforth, the Order of the Twin Adder will handle all matters pertaining to the Sylphs under the sage guidance of the Seed Seers. I bid you all enjoy a moment's respite. You have earned it. And everybody leaves. Is there something else? Wow, I'm not nodding. I'm actually talking. Beg pardon? A man named Labrea, sporting a red mask and robed in black? Twelves preserve. Prior to the calamity, Ascians took great pains to remain hidden. Why would they choose to cast off their veil of secrecy now? Gods, this bodes ill. We must take advantage of the present lull in primal hostilities and investigate this Lahabrea. Learn all we can of him and his designs. I dread to... Eek? Tataru. Tataru. Oh, it's a Sylph. A Sylph? In Thanalan? At long last, this one finds walking one, Dizzarian. This one is most dependable of these ones. I sent by Elder on one Frixio to help walking ones. This one's called Eorzea. This one comes as a friend. Let these ones be friends. Pleasure to meet you, Eorzea. Okay. What now? Alright, we're going to speak with Minfilia. Okay, so I'm going to go inside here. Enter the Solar. Gets pretty in-depth with the storyline here in Final Fantasy. Which isn't bad, it's really good. Yes, Tataru is ready to express her fright as she is to express everything else. Not all of us are forged of the same steel as you, I'm afraid. But it takes all kind to make a family, and it pleases me to no end to see our continue to grow. One by one, the people of Eorzea are beginning to unite. Draw to hope that shines within you. Yet as darkness threatens to engulf the light, never have I doubted the Asaeans' presence, but they have grown so brazen as to carry out their work in plain sight fills me with a sense of deep foreboding. Very good. Okay, we still got time to continue on. Alright, so let's see what the next one is. Shadows of Darkness. Looks like we're going to go after that shadow person. I'm afraid there is no rest for the weary, Dizzarian. We must delve further into the motivations of the masked man, the Asaean known as Lahabrea. This is an ideal moment to do so, while our hands are not bound dealing with another primal. At present, we know little and less about the Asaeans, only that destruction follows in their wake. I should not be surprised if these beings are behind the chaos that wrecks the realm. If my fears prove to be reality, we must do all in our powers to stop them. Earlier, I sent word to each Grand Company to solicit cooperation. The Immortal Flames responded to the effect that they have information on a potential sighting. This intelligence that we can ill afford to ignore. Go speak with the Flame Commander Swift at the Hall of Flames in Ul'dah to inquire further. How you go about the investigation thereafter, I leave wholly to your discretion. But whatever you do, never forget that we are dealing with the unknown. You cannot take too many precautions. Be safe, Dizzarian. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're going to go speak with Swift at the Hall of Flames in Ul'dah, and returns me to the skies. Oh, so it looks like it's just right around the corner from where we land, here at the main Aetheryte. There we are. Swift. The masked man? You come on behalf of the Scions, of course. Yes, as we already relayed to Lady Minfilia, there has been sightings of this rogue near about eastern Thanalan. A brass blade stationed at the Highbridge described him in detail when he alerted us to suspicious activity. I would point you to the witness, but I'm afraid he died not 2 days ago, slain by the marauder horde of Quirquin. Fate can be a cruel mistress. But do not be too quick to despair. Being situated on a trader route, Highbridge seems to be its fair share of travelers. Folks are always coming and going, and some among them may well have caught a glimpse of your target. You could do no worse than to speak with a merchant named Highbridge. The fellows always starve for customers, and he no doubt welcomes your attention whether or not you have coin to mind to spend it. Alright, so we're going to go here to this location to go and hunt for any signs of the masked guy. And that's there at Camp Drybone, which we have a favorite location out there. There's been a lot of activity there. So I made it to Camp Drybone and trekking across the plains here to get, it's over here, this bridge that he's talking about. Oops, I started going without taking it off pause. Yes, oh, a masked man. I'm not sure I have one of those in stock. He goes, oh, you're after a masked man. Why didn't you say sooner? Such an individual might have featured in one of the many rumors I've heard. If you linger a while, mayhaps you'll learn a thing or two, eh? All right. Highbridge Times. That's a funny name. When the Order of Naldal began excavating the ruins below, and I had hopes that the Highbridge would turn into a bustling hub for pilgrims. But thanks to endless beastmen raids, folks are too afraid to come within a mile of here. I sold everything I owned to get my venture started, and I'm loath to give it up without making an earnest effort to stick it out. But if things keep going as they are, I'll be bankrupt before the moon is through. Whining won't do me any good, though. No, for my business to survive, I need business. Speaking of which, perhaps you would like to browse my wares. Spend a bit of coin to help a struggling merchant? The masked man. Bah. Thou take your bloody masked man. I know what I said before, but vague rumors are all I've got. If you want to know about him, go ask other merchants. Kind of made him mad. So we need to go around and ask other merchants here, I guess. Let's see. Like it's showing like... Oh, over there. Okay. Multi-eloquent merchant. Hi, I've heard tell of a masked devil. Seems he's been appearing not only around Highbridge, but elsewhere about Thanalan too. Enough folks have reported seeing him to convince me he's more than a figment of my imagination, but little is known about him otherwise. Okay, where's the other one? Well, like it's showing it like... I don't want to go down there. Did I zoom in? Yeah, I can. So it just looked like it was closer when it's actually here. Absent-minded merchant. On the trail of the masked man. I've heard of him, but only in hushed tones and faint whisperings. It's said he wears a black hooded robe and looks right suspicious. And that's about all I can say. Okay. And then here's the impassive merchant. Have I seen a masked man wearing dark robe? No, I haven't, nor do I wish to. Business is bad enough without shady characters lurking about. Folks have been giving Highbridge a wide berth because of the Quirkin raids. None but the most deviant pilgrims are willing to come here anymore. Okay, so he's like, none of them are giving us any information. That's not good. So I guess we're going to go back, talk to the main guy and see if we can persuade him a little more. Judging my expression, I take it you didn't learn much of use. Look, I'm sorry for the rudeness early. It's just things are tough for us merchants at the moment. The Quirkin raids are so constant, so organized. We're beginning to suspect that someone is orchestrating it all. I tend to put my own welfare first, like most of us do, but that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. I promise to keep an eye out for your masked man. If I see or hear anything, you'll be first to know. Level 27. We are moving along really quickly, so I've got more time. Let's go ahead and do this. All right. Ah, the investigative adventurer. Are you still on the trail of that masked man by any chance? I happen to remember something and would share it with you. You recall my telling you how Quirkren have been raiding Highbridge nigh without cease. Well, there's a rumor that those filthy rats have been meeting with a great hulk of a man in secret. While I can't say whether this is the mystery fellow you seek, I reckon it's as good as a lead as any other. According to the witness, the rendezvous takes place in the Quirkren lair located southeast of here. If you go there, perhaps you'll come across some kind of clue. Be careful, though. The nasty buggers don't take kindly to visitors. Very good. All right. So we're going to go where? Oh, okay. Across the bridge and down. Get on going. Just my camera just a little. There we go. I'm going to go across the bridge here, on down to the other side. And we're probably going to get... I just want to be a little careful here. I don't want to get swarm. Here's Quirkren runners. Aha, we're running to the end of this camp. I do remember this place now. So we're probably going to get swarmed here at one point. I'm going to take this guy just to make sure I don't. Oh, I guess he's not. Row runner. I don't know what that means. All right. Undecipherable letter. All right. And I guess we just take it straight back to him. Okay, I'll pause and do that. Okay, so I made it back. Let's see what he says. So, did you end up investigating the Quirkren lair? Yes, here's this. A letter you can't make heads or tails of? Let me see it here. This is written in Almajik. You're in luck. Just so happens I learned a spot of it back in my day. So, as to expand potential clientele, seems contents pertain to, whoa, people trafficking. Gods be good. If I'm reading this right, the Quirkren are trying to strike a deal with the Amaljaw. They mean to catch hapless souls at Highbridge and sell them off like sacks of potato. To think of different tribes of beastmen are colluding in their villainy, I must warn everyone to maintain vigilance. You have my thanks, adventurer. Had you not been brave the Quirkren lair, no one here would have known the creatures were plotting until they actually began picking us off one by one. On the other hand, I suppose this means you're no closer to finding your man. Well, unless it's Amaljaw you're looking for, but probably not. Alright, I think one more we can do. Where there's smoke. I finally got some honest-to-goods information on the masked man. This time, it's the real thing, I swear. Why so confident? Because I saw him with my own two eyes. I was out on an evening stroll minding my own business when I noticed a column of smoke rising from the cliff over at the Thal's Respite. Curious, I took myself there to find a masked man. Your masked man, I'm sure of it, standing by the fire. As if to answer, some Quirkren appeared soon after, and the group began talking at length. I'm afraid I was too far out of earshot to hear much of anything. After the group had dispersed, an idea came to me. If you were to use this smoldering coal to start a fire, you might be able to arrange a similar meeting. It'll be dangerous, I shouldn't doubt, but you've proven yourself more than a match for a pack of rats. So what do you think? That's some sound, reliable information, even if I do say so myself. Well worth a lingering the lingering about you've been doing, wouldn't you say? Indeed. I think I would have to pay him for that tip. We're going to get back on our horse, Chocobo, and hopefully over here to where there is smoke. Okay, so I've made it up to the destination. Looks like it's up on this rock formation. Like this. Do destination, we'll do the smoldering coal so we can act like it's a fake meeting. Ah, corpse stricken. Foot stalker. Soldier. Not stalker, soldier. It's like a normal person, right? I thought these were going to be queer queen. Present the ward of the destroyer to... Oh, okay. So we got to go back. Back to Highbridge. Alright, back so soon. Were you able to find any clues leading to your masked man? Got this thing, whatever this is. Gasp. This scroll, it bears a prayer to Rhalgr, the Destroyer. In case you're unfamiliar, Rhalgr is the guardian deity of Ala Migo, which is currently under Garlean rule. It's highly uncommon for folk of other nations to revere him. I'd wager my last guild that your assailant was Al Migian. Migian? It seems this masked man of yours is very well connected. I must confess the merchant in me envies such a diverse network of contacts. That self-same merchant also senses danger ahead and darkness besides. Are you certain you'd rather not take things nice and slow here at Highbridge? Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, look at that heavy iron armor. Oh, but we can't wear that. That's for... I was trying to say that's crazy. But we can't wear that. So I need something that all classes. We are going to get a new robe finally. Thank goodness. So let me put that on because it's been running around in this thing for quite a while. Equip. Aha. It's at least a longer dressed. I don't look quite as silly, even though it still looks silly. But not too bad. All right, so I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode up here. I hope you're enjoying this. I know I'm just kind of going through the quest line, but that's just what I wanted. So I hope you enjoy it and are interested in seeing more of this. If you are, leave some comments down below or just give me a thumbs up and the like button and let me know. And also, if you haven't yet, make sure you're subscribed. I'm trying to put out a lot of videos, so you want to be subscribed and make sure you have the notification bell clicked so you can get notification when I put out new videos. So, till next time.